Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the book of Daniel. We're looking at Daniel chapter 7. Now, we saw yesterday that in Daniel's vision, in his dream, he sees 4 beasts that arise out of the sea. And we said that these beasts represent 4 successive kingdoms that will come upon the stage of world history. Now, we know this to be the case because later in the vision, Daniel asked an angel who is there what the beasts represent, what they stand for. And this is what Daniel is told, verses 15 and following. I, Daniel, was troubled in spirit. The visions that passed through my mind disturbed me. So I approached one of those who were standing there and asked him the meaning of all of this. And he told me, and he gave me the interpretation of these things. The 4 great beasts are 4 kings that will arise from the earth. But the holy people of the Most High, they will receive the kingdom, and they will possess it forever. Yes, forever and forever. So we know with certainty, because of this angelic interpretation, that the 4 beasts represent 4 coming kingdoms. And then will come the kingdom of God. We know that because the holy people, the people of God, of the Most High, they will receive the kingdom and will possess it forever, the eternal kingdom. Now, why are the kingdoms portrayed as beasts? You remember in Nebuchadnezzar's vision, it was a statue of different kind of elements, but now they are portrayed as beasts. I believe there's symbolism here. Meaning, in other words, the kingdoms of this world, when they oppose the purposes of God, are beastly in their nature. When world empires arise that will not follow the way of God and that oppose the kingdom of God, as these 4 kingdoms will do, they are beasts, they are beastly. This should remind us of the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 13, when the dragon calls forth the beast who will oppose and persecute the people of God. Now look at this, chapter 13 of the book of Revelation. The dragon, of course the dragon is Satan or the devil, the dragon stood on the shore of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea. It had 10 horns and 7 heads and 10 crowns on its horns, and on each head was a blasphemous name. So the dragon, the devil, calls forth the beast to persecute the people of God. And notice that the blasphemous names on the head of the beast. Revelation 13 is meant to remind us of Daniel chapter 7, the beast. Notice in Revelation 13, the dragon caused the beast to come out of the sea. And in Daniel chapter 7, the 4 beasts arise out of the sea. So when worldly empire or worldly kingdom or worldly power is organized in opposition to God, it is beastly. And that's why Daniel sees it as beast. That's why in Revelation 13, John saw it as a beast. Now, why did it come out of the sea? Why out of the sea? Well, again, there's symbolic intent there. In the Old Testament, the sea is often portrayed as a place of chaos, a place of disorder. And in that sense, it represents the world in hostility to God. When you refuse to obey the ways of God, when you refuse to follow the ways of the Lord, it creates chaos and disorder. And so the sea is representative of that chaos. And so these world empires arise out of the chaos of a world system in rebellion against God and in opposition to God. This is also why in the New Testament, you remember the time Jesus cured the man who was possessed by demons, he called Legion, and he sent the demons into the pigs and they rushed into the sea. Do you remember that? Because the sea represents chaos, the place of evil. And so it's natural that the demons, once they went into the pigs, they would rush back to the sea, back to the place of chaos in rebellion against God. That's also one of the reasons that when Jesus calms the sea, you remember when he's on the Sea of Galilee with the disciples and there's the great storm, the sea is in chaos, and Jesus says, I have authority here, even over the sea. He says, peace, be still, and all is calm. So see, throughout the Bible, the sea is a symbol oftentimes of chaos, which is what happens when the world tries to organize in rebellion to God. And so in Daniel 7, out of this chaos of a world system in rebellion against God arises the four beasts, the four kingdoms that will be in opposition to God. All right, in our next session, we'll begin to look at the four kingdoms in particular, what each one represents and what they tell us about world history. But we'll begin to look at that next time in our 5-minute Bible study in the book of Daniel. Hope you join us.